Today we will be talking about our latest TMS update. First, we will start out with one of our orders to see our first change. Once we open up our orders here, open one at random, we will now see an additional checkbox that we have next to our LTL checkbox. So this one is for TONU. So when a truck is ordered and not used, you can now select your orders to have that criteria. So we will be also developing additional features in regards to how the invoice will be adjusted based off of TONU. But as of right now, we have this checkbox that we have added, and you will also now be able to add this column that would be TONU as well. And then you will be able to see which orders are TONU with a yes or a no in that column. An additional change that we have made in one of our orders here, I'll open one as an example in our available status. So we will be able to add accessorials based off of their types. So whether it is other, detention, or a lumper. And this will also enhance certain API that we have selected and set up on our back end. So when you click on these, you will see that the description is automatically changed to be detention or lumper or other. An additional change that we have will be in regards to our dispatch window. So I'm going to find a specific driver here and show you how this will be adjusted. So if we open our dispatch window and we have proper integration selected, you will now be able to see the driver's information that's connected to the order while dispatching, along with his hours of service information. As you can see, you'll see his break, driving shift cycle, his status, and the distance as well. So the same information that you'd be able to see down here, you will also now see on the dispatch window. An additional change that we have regarding our orders will also be regarding our preferences, which will be about this field called the seal number here. So we have now a new checkbox in our preferences. So under Tools, Preferences, General, we will see under the Order section, now we have a checkbox called Seal Number Required, which will basically require the seal number. And if you have this checked, but you do not have a seal number, you will not be able to dispatch the order delivery without filling out that section under the specific order. So you'll need to have this filled out if you have that checkbox selected in order to then dispatch for the order delivery. One of the next changes that we have is going to be a small change regarding to our list. As you can see, if you scroll down all the way to the bottom, you will see that codes are divided into sections, which are the wire codes and charges codes, for which we have also added this section called charges codes. So if we open this, this will be the same setup as wire codes for the most part. So you'll have a list of them here. You can filter by specific criteria, toggle through pages, see any deactivated ones, adjust the visible columns with the criteria associated with that charges code. And then you can also export the data if needed. So in essence, a charge code is going to be basically a set of instructions in order to create a specific charge that will be assigning the correct invoicing company and expense account. So when you click on Add, again, ID will automatically be generated. You can put in the name of the charge code, the invoicing company that's associated with, which expense account from that company, as well as the type of charge that it is, which users are going to be allowed to use it. If you require an order number, you can also filter by specific move status, whether it's available, in progress, or delivered. And then you have a description for additional notes as well. Once you save it, as you can see, ID will automatically be populated and it will be added to the list. So then when you are making any charges, whether it's on an order or even under a specific driver, for example, so we'll just open one up real quick here. And if you're creating a charge, click on Add. As you can see now, you'll be able to select this charges code if that's what you're going to be using. Again, it's going to be more so applicable for larger companies where maybe certain users, such as a dispatcher, won't have the complete knowledge of which expense accounts and invoicing companies to associate it to. The next change that we have is going to be an additional user's permission. So we will see any users that are marked as coordinators. We'll open one up here. If you go under their rights and go under the order screen, you will now have a new possibility in order to allow them or not allow them to edit the distance under a specific order. So if you check this box, they will be then allowed to edit the distance. If they have it unchecked, then they will not be able to edit the distance in that specific order. The next change that we have is going to be under our report section. So if we go to our tools report, we will now be able to filter by additional criteria. So as you can see, we can filter by trucks, drivers, and coordinators now, which it will be either the individual truck or all the trucks. And if you go to drivers, it'll be the same format. So you can add all your drivers or all your coordinators as well. So you'll be able to then calculate down at the bottom. You'll get those individual totals transactions broken up. And then you will get a summary here with totals broken down by those entities, as well as a total amount here, adding them all up down at the bottom. And then our last change in regards to this update will be a new report here called Charges Report. So if you open up this report, you will see a date from and a date to. So you can customize the time frame that you need. You can filter by specific charge type, so whether it's a deduction, reimbursement, or earnings, and then you can select your drivers, whether it's one specifically from the list here, or if you're doing all of your drivers or by driver type, your company drivers, owner-operators, or lease purchase drivers. So let's do one here as a test. If you click on calculate, you'll see then all of the charges broken down. You'll see them here broken down by driver and then by their different types as well. So as you can see, their deductions, reimbursements, and earnings are all separated. And then you will see a sum of all the totals as well. So you'll get the total of your deductions, reimbursements, and earnings down here at the bottom. If you needed to download this, you can download it to a specific PDF as well here, and you'll get that information. And then if you needed to see just the short report, which would be in essence that bottom section of the full one, having all of your charges then broken down by the driver and the type of charge that it is. If you guys have any questions, please let us know. Thank you.